Woo! What's up, everybody? Hopefully you're having a good morning. Had to start mine a little earlier than I wanted, but hey, that is the thing you call life. Hmm. Probably won't be on here too long. I'll probably do a two a day later on. Out here driving, just met up with my dad. I'll say this because a lot of people, when it comes to the subject matter of the hero's journey, we've forsaken that shit for political correctism. You know, Tila is the representation of not just modern women in this Masters of the Universe revelation, but she's also the pronounced archetype. When the tough hits, you quit. There's nothing more I can say. There's nothing more that needs to be done. When it stops becoming too easy, you quit. There's no journey. There's no digging deep. There's no fortitude. There's no perseverance. You quit. I was having conversations with people about Simone Biles and how she dropped out the Olympics because of mental issues. And I'm looking at it from an athletic lens. I don't see male, I don't see female, I see athletes. This is something that you signed up for. This is not like it's your first Olympics. It's not like it's your best time, like your first time. I mean, you've been a world champion, you've been the Olympic champion. What happened? It's okay to quit. It's okay for shit not to get easy. Hell, look at Tila in the Masters of the Universe. Selfish, arrogant. Nobody else in the world exists but her and her goals. That is the representation of modern women. Hell, I'll even throw some modern men in the mix. You're more pissed off that you didn't know Prince Adam's secret, that he was He-Man, than your best friend sacrificing his life to save yours and the universe. Woe is fucking me. It's it's fucking ridiculous, man. And we're supposed to feel sorry for people in their mental health. Once upon a time, we we admired athletes for their fortitude. Legends were made when it was just almost impossible to win. When people just called them off, they found a way to win. Even when I wrestled, I had to go through three overtimes for my first championship. At some point, I could have just said, you know what, fuck it, second place is good enough for me. But we make excuses for children and young adults and basically co-sign failure. The stress of the money and everything else. Oh no, we still got to do this. Well, like Taylor, You only give a fuck about yourself. They even made you the new man at arms, general of the army. And guess what? What did you do? You quit the job. When it's something you didn't like, the first day you got it, the first hour, couple hours or so, you got it, you quit. I'm sorry. You're the new general of the army and you're not smart enough to figure out that your best friend was the goddamn superhero that saved your life multiple times. Then you use the poor excuse, oh, well, I don't know who to mourn. I was on BlurCon's Facebook page, and some guy tried to debate me over this shit. And I said, this is the reason why. But of course, when I looked at his page, I realized why he sympathized with Tila, because he's a member of the alphabet community. You know how badly some of them guys want to be women. And he tried to make up all these excuses. Well, you got to understand, we didn't have people feel bad because there's no strong female role models. If you watch the fucking 83 series, you had Queen Marlena, you had Tila, you had the Sorceress. Enough said. Hell, there was an episode about Queen Marlena piloting, because she was a fucking astronaut and a pilot, a ship and saved the day. And everybody was giving her nothing but mad props. Even Adam in his He-Man form was shocked to see how skilled of a pilot his mother was. So that's bullshit. Go ahead and dismiss me with all this shit, because I know right now a lot of people want to rewrite the hero's journey because it's too hard. This may be the real reason why we're giving up land and fucking space to fucking China. Because you don't want to have, you don't have the guts. See, when Kerry Suggs of the 96 Olympic gymnastics team for the United States had a severely sprained ankle, and she had to do that vault, and the team counted on her, and she knew the team counted on her. She did what she had to do. She got busy. She dug deep. She went out there and got her some, and got a fucking gold medal for her team. She did her part. Exactly, Savage. Exactly, Longo. Trying to fucking talk to me about, oh, well, we're scared of female. Fuck, motherfucker. I'm tired of these fucking blurs, because half of them are questionable sexual orientation. Not realize that we cheer for Sarah Connors. We cheer for Ripley. Hell, we cheer for Princess. We still cheer for Linda Carter's Wonder Woman. I never heard anybody say the first Wonder Woman movie was a bad movie. That was a great movie. And the craziest thing is, you put in all these strong female roles, not just because you want to depict a strong female lead, it's because you want to do it at the cost of men. You know, it's kind of like when you were a kid and you could say, who would win? Superman, Batman, Superman, Thor, Superman and Captain Marvel, Superman, Shazam. You know you're the strongest when people compare themselves to you. So when you have these feminazis out there and their sympathizers try to misconstrue the hero's journey and the fact that shit sometimes is going to be that damn difficult, they want to make up shit as they go. Oh, it's my mental issues. If that was a dude, he would get clowned. Last time I checked, they clowned Ricky Williams. And he had pretty bad anxiety. Yet, when it's a little black female, like Jason Whitlock said, everybody's scared to be called racist, sexist, or whatever. What you need to do is tell the truth. And how in the hell do you still get a silver medal out of the team? What fucking mental issues do you have? You made tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars. For 5 years, you're the face of gymnastics. You pretty much single-handedly probably saved the sport in the United States and probably around the world. You're dating a high-value man, an NFL player. I'm supposed to feel sorry for you? Because she's a whammon? Not a woman, a whammon. You're right, so man, the way they fucking clown Earl Campbell. But I tell you what, try to be a defender in front of Earl Campbell, and he will run you the fuck over. Think about it. You have athletes whose parents died. But here it is. I'm supposed to feel sorry for somebody who's living a life that 99% of people on Earth will never even be able to comprehend. You know what I noticed in athletics in the last 20 years? From when I stopped to when I started coaching, is that motherfuckers don't want to do anything unless it's easy to them. They don't want to take the time. They don't want to put in the work. If it ain't easy, I ain't doing it. I'm a real competitor. I'm a real athlete. I don't feel sorry for other athletes unless it's something very tragic. But your mental issues, you had another extra year to get all that shit ready. I wish like hell. Give me that opportunity. I'm rocking out with my cock out. But of course, we're in this I feel sorry for people generation. Instead of checking bullshit at the door, we want to feel sorry for people who don't feel sorry for us. That's the equivalent of a police officer telling me in the middle of a call, I can't handle it. I quit. Would you want the officer who's supposed to come and save your damn life come to you and say, I quit? We know these guys are trying to rob you. We know these guys are trying to rob you. We know they're trying to break into your house, but I just wanted to call you to let you know I quit. Somebody else is going to take up the slack. Who the fuck wants to hear that? You got people like Sha'Carri and others. You know, have you ever noticed all these, like, and I had to quote Jason Whitlock with this shit. Have you ever noticed that all these Nike athletes nowadays are quitters? LeBron. If it ain't easy for LeBron, all he's going to do is try to pad his stats. He ain't going to try to take over the game. He's not going to will people together. Naomi Osaka pulled the same bullshit. Oh, my mental health. You're number one under the sun, and your mental health? Really? Really? But because they developed this selfish attitude, because they developed this the world revolves around me mentality, they are horrible team players. Look at Serena Williams. As soon as she lost to Naomi, hell, even while she was actually losing to Naomi, what happened? Mental breakdown. Couldn't handle the pressure. Right? That's what happens. Let you down when you need them the most. As soon as competition stiffens, they falter. Think about it. Old Nancy Kerrigan in the 92 Winter Olympics, right? Got jumped and the shit knocked out of the back of her knee. Got jumped. Got jumped. And said, I'm going to still skate. A motherfucker who has a legitimate reason to say, you know what? I'm out, folks. I'm going to really say this for all my 35 and older. We are raising some fucking pussies. We are raising some fucking pussies and losers, man. It's not even cool. It's not even fucking funky. It's not even fucking funny. We're raising some pussies. Yeah, I know. Go flag the channel. Go get upset. Go complain to somebody. I don't fucking care. Your tears give me sustenance. Your fears give me strength. You're raising a bunch of pussies and quitters. And you wonder why we can't get too many people to join the military, fire, and police anymore. This is what happens when you have a bunch of single motherhood run rampant in the country. Not just for black people. But see, this is the reason why a lot of times a female's opinion did not matter in the time of battle. Because you're never willing to put your ass on a line like a man is. See, women thought, oh, it's because you're big and stronger. No! It's because you're not willing to fucking sacrifice. That's why. When it came for battle, guess what? Even today, with infantry and special forces, all the combat arms open, women still sit on their fucking hands. Look at the police department. If a chick's pretty enough, she ain't gonna be in patrol long. Do you think we would have female police and firefighters and military personnel if there were no men? Do you really think that? Do you really think that? See, I got something for you, James. I'm gonna highlight your shit. Not only did she quit, she avoided serious injury. Why go to the Olympics? Period. Why even compete? Period. Give that spot to somebody else who wants it. Look what happened during the individual women's. Another American, Miss Lee, I forget what her first name is, just won it. That's the fifth person in a row from the United States to win the individual, all around individual. Kudos to her because she stepped the fuck up. She did something that's time tested. Step up. It's like this guy here. You got a walker, but you wait till the damn light is green to cross. You step the fuck up. I don't make excuses for athletes. You're no longer male. You're no longer female. You're a goddamn world-class athlete. If that was a dude, would you say the same shit? No. So stop the bullshit. And see, I'm tired of brothers making excuses for these goddamn women out here when you know goddamn well they want to make an excuse for you. You got brothers out there who probably paying child support, can barely keep a roof over their head. You think she gives a fuck? Do you think she wants to fucking hear the excuse? Nobody gives a fuck. That's the problem with it. They want equality, and guess what? They get shitted on just like any other man will. Fucking pathetic. Hold on.
Now I'm back. You know what the problem is this. Americans have become underachievers. Shit that we know would not hold up 20 years ago, 30, definitely not 50 years ago. Oh, excuse me. See, it's funny. We ready to come out of our mouth to make excuses for people. We really come out of here, and instead of actually becoming great and working on shit, a lot of motherfuckers just want to come out of their mouth and make excuses. Uh, what? Hold on for a minute. I gotta get a motherfucker off the chair. What you have here is this acceptance. Come on, boy. You have this acceptance of mediocrity. You got this acceptance of mediocrity. It's okay to give up. Speaking of which, Snowman, don't you give up either. Keep fighting. It's okay to be a loser. It's okay to make excuses. But what happens? What happens? When somebody really needs you, are you there? Do we actually say, hey, you know what? This shit ain't just about me. I'm going to do it for my team. No, no, no. Do we say, hey, I need to be bigger? I need to be better. There are people counting on me. So I need to actually try to dominate, try to be my best. But have you ever noticed how a lot of these athletes, when it starts getting hard,
You truly see what they're made of. You truly see their greatness if they have it. I'm really hoping that neighbor dog shut the fuck up. See, that hero's journey that we talk about, that hero's journey we talk about is very, very decisive. You see how things are going. You see how things are supposed to be. There's no deviation from it. You have to have a calling. You have to leave your place of comfort. You're going to have to go forward. You're going to have to say, hey, I need to learn to protect myself and others. I need to do this for myself and others. You got this quitter generation. I don't like my job because the supervisor didn't speak to me today. I quit. My supervisor doesn't like me. They don't acknowledge me. Who the fuck cares? Are you still getting paid? You still got people out there who want to take the road of easiness, who think that life is supposed to give them shit. Oh, it's my mental health. Don't compete. Not one person put a gun to your head and say, go to these Olympic Games. You had an extra year to make the decision to go or not. Extra year. You'd have been brave to say, you know what? I'm not even going to go try out for the Olympics. I need to get my headspace together. You don't wait till you get on the team and fail the team. Whatever happened to, well, if my head ain't right, it's the pressure. It's all this. Motherfucker, that pressure made you a millionaire. Before 2000, what, 16? Nobody knew you. You weren't a multimillionaire. can't claim it's the pressure when you were making money off such pressure. See, we live for these excuses now because it's fucking easy. You're going to get guys in here trying to say, hey, well, what's the fault? It's easy for you to say. No, it isn't. When the pressure's on, do you keep swinging? Or do you make an excuse? Don't come to me and say, well, it's her headspace. When if that was a brother, and most certainly a white guy, you would clown him from one side of the planet to the next. So stop it. Stop it. Getting tired of making excuses for mediocrity. Getting tired of making excuses for just plain and simple bullshit. Yep, she recovered her title. She took time away from the sport and recovered her title. Thug Rose. But yet, because you're selfish, you didn't want anybody else to take your spotlight. Because you can only think about you. Screw the rest of the team. And this is the reason why the community is shitty. You got black women out there. I'm only worried about black children and black women. But you don't understand that one of those black children are black boys who grow up to be black men, and that's the men that your daughters are going to date and marry. See how you don't care? See how you don't live among yourself and die to yourself? And then you complain about the level of black men in the community. Why don't we build shit? What the hell have you taught them to build? And you can't use the excuse the men should be teaching them because you fucking idiot. You don't even give the children to your fucking men. You don't even have children by men who want to be with them. In a lot of your cases, you got black men who will accept mediocrity, accept bad treatment, and then kowtow to say, well, it's not that bad, you know, she's just being a woman, you know how that goes, you know, it's not that bad. And you wonder why people don't respect you. You don't have any standards. You don't have a standard. Yeah, that is funny, Namer. And neither one of them American. Thug Rose is Lithuanian. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Here's the fucked up part. We became a nation of fuck ups. And people are supposed to accept that fuck shit.
We became people unfortunately, who unfortunately want to maximize the minimal. We don't teach our kids to be great. We tell them, oh, you don't have to study. You wonder why your kids are overweight because you don't teach them about nutrition nor fitness. Then you wonder why you got 20 something year old people, teenagers with diabetes, high blood pressure. How the fuck you 33 with high blood pressure? Well, it's the stress. I don't think it's just the stress. I had to tell one of my exes, it's not just the stress, it's also the weight gain. Oh no, this chat is gonna be my voice and my voice only till later today. I appreciate everybody who contributes with their money and their words, but motherfuckers gonna hear my voice today. I'm sick and tired of all these excuses being given to a bunch of people who are unworthy. You walk around here calling yourself the GOAT. You put it on your leotard when you're competing for the Olympic trials, the world trials, and you put the GOAT insignia on your shit. That's not GOAT shit that you just pulled. Okay? That's not GOAT shit that you pulled. See, a GOAT is going to keep trying and fall on their sword or raise that motherfucking victory. A GOAT is going to put 60 to 80 points on your ass in a losing effort and try to will that fucking game back to their fucking favor. A GOAT is going to welcome tough competition. Look at that. You could have been a 2-time Olympic gold medalist in the individuals. But I need to get my mental space back together. Really? You're dating a professional football player. You're a multi-millionaire. You're world famous. Now let me guess. The pressure finally got to you? You're a multiple time world champion. See, that's the number one excuse. See, let's go back to 96 with Kerry Suggs. Or Kerry Sugg. I want y'all to go and look at that clip and how she landed on her good ankle and how that other one was wrapped up. That's fortitude. Let's stay with the 96 Olympics. You might have heard of this guy called Kurt Angle. Kurt, during the the Olympic trials, fucked up his neck pretty badly. Fucked it up. Fucked it up. Couldn't even take cortisone shots because cortisone is a steroid, and that's illegal. Oh, I'm sorry. We're supposed to make an exception, a rule for the exception.
And in case people think that I'm picking on a black female, Kareen's a black female, and she agrees with me. And we look on it. We look at Kurt. He had to go through a powerhouse wrestling team called Iran. See, Iran's national sport is wrestling. The top three countries when it comes to wrestling are the United States, Iran, Russia. When you have a chance to represent your country, don't give me that shit. Oh, this country never represented us. Well, this fucking country never had to give you civil rights either, but they did. Well, we still didn't get reparations. Well, that's because you can't unite under a single banner. You use too much to fuck. You used anything. I'm Christian, you're Muslim, whatever, to separate yourself. And then there's another portion of you who don't think we deserve it anyway. So get out of here with that shit. You look at Kurt, he's wrestling a match. He's going 1-for-1 with the Iranian. He could have set his laws and said, you know what? Silver medal is good enough for me. He kept being the aggressor, and the judges and the referees awarded him the match and the gold medal. What if he would have just settled for the silver medal? Do you know that gold medal literally made his career? Made him millions? When you're an Olympic champion, they have to call you an Olympic champion for life and beyond. See, I'm going to tell you, non-athletic motherfuckers, the secret about athletics. A true athlete is always in pain. You don't go out there and compete at 100%. They're lying. You're at 85, maybe 90 at the most. Mostly, you're probably at 85. When I competed, there was probably something on my body that hurt. You just ignored. See, if anything, and I'm going to say this, and I hope Kareem is still in here. That makes black women look bad, man. Because when Ricky Williams had his issues, everybody clowned him. Who was the dude who played for Denver? I think it was for Denver, he played one half of the game and the other half he said, I quit, I retire. So why is it that we can't feel sorry for the men, but we can feel sorry for the female? For all you LeBron James lovers, if it ain't easy, he did quit on Cleveland too, by the way. Especially when he went down to Miami. That's a quitter's move. Call it what you want. You got countries who compete in the Olympics where if you don't medal,
You're forever in poverty. Oh, thank you for correcting me. Yeah, it was the Bills. V. Davis. People clowned him forever. I quit. But we're supposed to see strength and quitting. And you know what's funny? This shows you how much of an egomaniac she is. That she took all the attention away from her teammates when she could have bowed out quietly. She could have bowed out quietly. She could have bowed out quietly. Andrew Luck. Didn't he retire in the middle of the season? Did he retire during the season or after the season? Excuse me for a second. See, it's one thing if you have an injury, that's something you can't help. But it's another when you're quitting. Imagine a guy like A.L. Evans and others in his profession, which is truck driving, said, you know what? We quit. Exactly. If they quit, how the hell will we get our food, our medical supplies, or anything in this country without truckers? I'll wait. You're right, Kareem. 46 years old, still competing in the Olympics because her son needs the money. There are some countries where if you do not compete, you're in poverty. So don't give me no bullshit about your headspace. See, the problem was back in the day, okay? Back in the day, you didn't get your endorsements or your money till after you won or medaled. We got away from that bullshit. Which is disturbing. Very disturbing. See, we looked up the people who said, you know what? We we want to represent our country. We want to show our greatness. Look at the Olympic basketball team. They thought because they had all these big name NBA stars and got trounced by France and what, Nigeria? And lucky for them, it was like a pregame, like like a prequel. Her quitting was not heroic because it would have been heroic to say, you know what, I value not going to the Olympics. and getting my head together would have been heroic. Her quitting actually took away the fact that her teammate, Sonny Lee, represented, stood up, stepped up, and won the individual women's gold medal in gymnastics. Took away all her time and shine. I'm going to say this. Anybody who got an issue, that's my email and the ticker. That's my Facebook Messenger. I'm going to have a part 2 to this where I'm going to allow people on the panel today. Hopefully Kareem, AL, Namer, the usual suspects, and some new people can come up there. Please explain to me why we should be praising mediocrity and forgoing the hero's journey. The calling, the leaving of what? Comfort zones. Being trained, learning how to defend yourself, then having something to defend. We're going to talk about this in depth later today. Woo! Thank you, and see you later today.